What up? What up? What up? What up? It is your boy, the one, the only. Call me crazy, aka Kobe Nasir Wallace. And tonight we have a great episode. It is episode 15. I mean, can we just take a minute? Can we take a minute to congratulate, to applaud, to something? It is episode 15 of the Crazy Talk podcast. And of course, I would spend it no other way than being live and in color with y'all. Thank y'all. I want to thank y'all, give y'all some time to join in. As I do this intro. They said we got a big week. If you are following the Crazy Talk podcast social media pages, then you see everything that we have upcoming this week. And a big part of this week is not only going to be me, it's going to be me, and of course, the one, the only, my co-host, the guy, Noah fucking Biff.
Yo.
What's up? They said we have a lot of shit, not only to talk about tonight, but we have a lot of shit going on this week. Tip, are you excited for what's coming up here at the Crazy Talk podcast?
Man, I'm more than excited, man. It's about to be crazy. Like they have no idea how this shit really about to get, bro. Like they have no idea.
They said we can kind of, while we wait for people to kind of join up, we can kind of get into it a little bit, kind of drop a little, a couple nuggets, I guess. We will be, as reported last week, we will be live and in color and in studio. It will be me and the one and only Noah Tip. We will be filming an episode live. It will be broadcasted and streamed live, but it will also be live. Me and Tip will be in the same space, in the same studio, feeding off of the same energies. They said if you love our chemistry and you love our banter and our back and forth on via our streaming platform, then you will love the chemistry that we are going to bring in person. Tip, what do you think? What do you have to say about this first live taped episode?
I mean, I don't think they really understand how we tend to get. Like, I feel like we filter ourselves pretty well.
We do.
So I mean, just be prepared. Like, there's more to come. Like, it's really just like half of it. Like, this is like the tip of the iceberg for real. Like, there's so much more.
And me and Tip, we have a couple of days. We have a couple of days to kind of get the episode together and get those topics together. And because that's, me and Tip, we both collaborate on the makings of these episodes. So this episode will be specially crafted for the audience's enjoyment. So
100%.
Can't wait. We also have a 3-day streamathon going on. Now, I want to kind of clarify on what the streamathon is. Are we going to be streaming 24/7 throughout those 3 whole days? No. We will stream for a good, 3 to 4 hours, maybe out of each day, maybe, depending on how, shit's going, how it's looking. But we will get a significant amount of time. And the Twitch is Call Me Crazy, CALLME Crazy, KRAZY _ That is where you can find me on Twitch. They said, Tip, are you excited for the 3-day streamathon?
That shit, yo, that's gonna be a movie, bro. Because it's gonna be, there's gonna be little substances involved. So it's gonna be interesting. Like
they said, should we reveal the cast? Should we reveal the cast right now?
We could do a couple members. Yeah, tell them a couple members.
Okay.
Just a couple members.
One member that you guys have already met here, the audience of the Crazy Talk podcast has already met, is Olu. One of my best friends, Olu, will be in attendance. Olu was on, I believe, episode 2. We are episode 15, though. Did you hear that, Tip? We are on episode 15.
That shit's crazy. It go by fast, bro. It really go by fast.
Tip, you have done 15 consecutive episodes of the Crazy Talk podcast with me. They said, damn, but
it's just the beginning.
It's just only the beginning. This is not even Q1. They said, but Olu was on episode 2. He was on our first episode of our series, After School Days. So if y'all haven't, go watch that so y'all can get to know Olu a little bit more. He's a fun guy. And they said, especially when we get that liquor and he's been around the guys, we're all amazing characters. So Olu, we got Jai. If you're ever watching and you see that guy that's always annoyingly commenting, getting into our conversations, keeping it real spicy in the comment section, that is Jai Sos. He will be in attendance. And the last person I believe that y'all know is Sai. Sai will be in attendance. Sai is around. Sai has been having some technical difficulties as of late. That's why we have not seen Sai. So, but Sai will be there. Sai will be in attendance. So don't worry, Sai will be there. And there will be a couple other, characters who I think you guys will love. But meshed all in is going to be a great time. It's going to be a great time. 100%. They said, what else do we have coming up this week? What else do we have? Later on this episode, we will be interviewing. I was about to tell y'all the name. We are going to be interviewing the next artist on the Black Box Experience presented by the Crazy Talk podcast. That is later on at the end of this episode. But we have given people enough time to get in here. We're just going to get it kicked off, Tip. We're just going to get it off. It's been a heavy couple of weeks in our community. We are, we're young Black men. And in our community, it has been a particularly heavy week. I want to start this episode off by first giving our condolences and saying rest in peace, giving our flowers to the one and only Lil Papa. I believe his real name is Janarius Wheeler. Rest in peace to Lil Papa, a phenomenal artist, a phenomenal rapper, a phenomenal lyricist. I will go on record and say he was literally in my top 5 of rappers, still is, even posthumously, still is in my top 5 of rappers of this generation right now. So it was really sad to see how that played out, Tip. If you are a big follower of Lil Papa's music, he does have kind of a pain or some could describe a depressive state to his music, but it still caught me by surprise. What were your thoughts on hearing the news that Lil Papa passed away?
I mean, I never really was into Lil Papa. I knew him off of like y'all just knowing him, like y'all posting whatever. This is honestly before he passed. But I never really got too much into his music, but I knew that like he was lyrically he was advanced. But I mean, any Black man, like, you don't want to see nobody dying, you know what I'm saying? Regardless of how it is, let alone be mental health. That's always sucks to see, man. So it was rough, man. I definitely condolences to his family, you know what I'm saying, his loved ones. Definitely sad, man. You hate to see shit like that. You really do. Yeah.
You really do. I think what you touched on was very important. It has now come out. There was speculation when the report kind of first made shocking, made headlines on blog sites and news sites. But what has now come out is that, Lil Papa did in fact die from a reported self-inflicted gunshot wound. It was released almost a day after, I believe, that the news broke that he passed away. It was released right after that, and I have a article here, and it says, the headline literally reads, Lil Papa died by suicide after car crash in Georgia. So we are now hearing that this happened subsequent of a car crash that he was a part of. They said Florida rapper Lil Papa died by suicide, fatally shooting himself in the head after crashing his car in Georgia earlier this week. According to a report, the 25-year-old performer, born Janarius Michael Wheeler, was involved in a single vehicle accident Wednesday on Interstate 85 south in Hatefield. Hatefield Chief of Police Bruce Headley told TMZ. Then he called his manager asking for advice. He explained to her that the car was still drivable, so she told Wheeler to meet her in the nearby parking lot at a Hilton hotel. The report said when she arrived, Lil Papa remained inside his car. They chattered through his rolled down window. It is not clear what they were discussing, but at some point during the conversation, the rapper pulled out a firearm and used it to shoot himself in the head, Headley said. An off-duty police officer already at the Hilton heard the gunshot and called 911. Lil Papa was then rushed to an area hospital where he was pronounced dead a short time later. Sad story, sad turn of events. Like I said at the beginning, I didn't see this coming. This was shocking to say the least. Condolences to Lil Papa's family, condolences to Lil Papa. But I think it's kind of more important that we touch on the situation at hand, right? People ask all the time, what would make someone kill themselves? What would make someone go and not only kill themselves, but kill someone else, right? I think we hear it all the time. How do people go and kill somebody, or how do people go and kill themselves? And I think it starts within. It starts within the mind. And I think people don't realize how strong mental health really is, or how important mental health really is, right? It was also not revealed, it was also reported earlier this week, I want to say Monday, that yesterday, that Rondell Moore of the Minnesota Vikings also was found with a self-inflicted gunshot wound to the head. This is the third man in the public eye. Third, let me make it more narrowed down. This is the third famous black man in the past 7 months that has presumably died by suicide. We're not sure what the basis around Rondell Moore passing was just yet. We're not really clear on those details just yet. I do have an article, but the article isn't really clear on what actually happened. So I guess we're going to kind of have to wait more, to get updates on that. But as for Kyron, when it comes to Kyron Lacey and Lil Papa, I think the situations have very deep similarities, right? And you can stop me if I'm wrong, but yeah, I just think it's weird. I think it's something very coincidental in how this is all going down. I was talking to someone and we were kind of having the conversation about the passings of both people, and they said, what, do you think they're like trying out some new type of drug or something, or like something's going on to where they don't want this to get out, and by they, I don't know who the fuck they are, but something is going on that maybe is being covered up. Now we know Lil Papa is very open and authentic in his music about taking drugs, taking prescription drugs, taking non-prescription drugs. He's very open about all of those, all of those things. So I would say that it's really interesting that these young black men who are in positions of popularity, who are in positions of fame and positions of influence, are taking their lives. And I didn't want to kind of say it, but I just have to say it, Tip, because I have to be honest and I have to be real. That's not, and I'm not saying it's impossible. It's not something that we do. It's not something that we see, but it is uncommon. It is untypical unusual for Black people to resort to suicide. It is not impossible, but it is uncommon, right? But what are your thoughts?
I mean, first off, like before the Black, they are men. You know what I'm saying? So men really lead the stats in suicide rates by a significant amount. Let alone that being Black men. With us, I feel like one, it's already looked upon that we kind of are like the more masculine race, I guess you could say, Cole, for the most part. We're the most, I guess, testosterone level driven men out of most races, the most desirable race. But also with us, we're least likely to get medical care. Black men, and that's through all medicine, not just like physical, but mental. So obviously you have 3 Black men who are in the limelight and they're taking their own lives, right?
Right.
So that boils down to, let's break it down. Like, these are Black men at the end of the day. Like I want to really highlight that mainly. It's Black men.
I think that's what's the most important part to highlight. Yeah.
Like I said, it's already bad enough we don't get the help we do, but like we're always looked at as like the most like strongest ones. We got a lot going on in this country that's not in our favor. You know what I'm saying, Kobe? And it's almost like sometimes we don't have a time to be depressed.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's so much going on. We don't really. It's like I don't got the time to sit and think about my problems.
Yeah.
And I think what you're seeing now is that it comes to a breaking point, to where the thoughts tend to override what's going on around you, and you collapse mentally, and it's.
But is that something you think that our race, meaning us as Black men, do you think that's something that we are willing as a whole, or that we are willing to change? I can sit here and say all day, it's important to talk about your feelings. It's important to take care of your mental health. But do I do all the necessary steps that it takes to be mentally healthy, or to express my feelings in a way that I should? No. And it does have that kind of that subconscious psychological thing, whereas a Black man, it's like I'm fine, like I got it, right? Or that's what you're told to kind of look at it, or that's kind of how you're taught or molded to think about things, right? So I think it's definitely important what you said as to where Black men are looked at. They're looked at as the most toughest. We're supposed to be the strongest. We're always supposed to have it, him together. But I think that with Lil Papa and Kyron Lacey and Rondale Moore, we're seeing that, yes, we are projected to be the toughest, but we are in a point in life, we're in a point in human evolution where we're going to have to start changing shit that we do, because it's not benefiting us any longer.
No, it's not. It's not.
Right? Like, it was okay to not think about emotions and to not have those type of deep conversations back in the 1950s, because we were dealing with something that emotions couldn't fix, right? As Black men. I think today we're dealing with something totally different, and we need to go about it in different ways, because now we're seeing that when people can't handle it, it leads to extreme measures, and that doesn't just mean suicide, right? We've lost countless celebrities, countless stars, countless innovators of our time, like Juice WRLD. And we don't know if Juice WRLD was intending to kill himself, or if he just really was so strung out on his addiction that, he didn't know his limit, right? So I think it's definitely important to touch on mental health. But as much as it's important to touch on mental health, Tip, what are your thoughts on therapy?
It's funny you ask me that, Cole. I'll be lying if I was like, I go to therapy, I do this, I handle my problems. No, I don't. Cole. I know you. We know each other personally. We don't do that shit. Like respectfully, we don't do that shit. I mean, it's not to knock on anyone that does it. It's just not some word that's put onto us.
And I tell people that all the time.
We men don't go to therapy. Like, I'm gonna keep it aside. Nobody I know, man. I have one homie that's been to therapy.
Right.
And I ain't gonna
probably got one.
I ain't gonna say who he is, but he lost his mother, so that's the only reason why he was ever going to therapy. You know what I'm saying? At a young age. I said that man has not been there since. You know what I'm saying? Like men just don't we don't do that. And like I said before, Kobe, black men already don't get help. We don't even go to doctor like that already. So let alone some mental shit therapy. We're definitely not doing that. Talk about our problems. That's not something we do. That's not something we do at all. And it's sad. And it needs to be fixed. And like I said, I can talk all day about how we need to fix it, not, but who am I to say shit? Because I don't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's times I go through shit, Kobe. I ain't talking to nobody. I got time for that shit. Respectfully.
And I can agree with that, Tip. I can say 100% yes as well. However, do I understand the importance of therapy? Absolutely.
100%.
I'm not one of those black people who think therapy doesn't work. And I'm also not one of those men who think their therapy doesn't work. I think it can work. I think it can
Definitely.
work. Do I think it would work for me? No. Do I think it would work for somebody like me? No. Therapy is like school. It's like church. It's certain shit for certain people, right? Other people have other ways of therapy. Like, I don't think that I go through anything in life that is so tough that I have to sit down and pay someone to help me through it.
Fair enough.
Right?
Yeah,
like, I think the problems that I have in my life are best solved when I talk about them with people for free. So, I really, but do I understand the importance of going to therapy if you need it, if it can help you? Absolutely. Right, guys? I don't think y'all should be closed off to therapy. I don't think niggas should just be like, fuck therapy and therapy will never work for me. Try it, because a lot of you niggas need it. Okay? A lot of you niggas need it. But for niggas like me and Tip, it would not work. Because personally, we're not going through anything that therapy would fix, right? I'll put it that way, right? Yeah. A little bit of money could fix, therapy.
Yeah.
They said therapy. No, it's not going to help me right now. But yeah, I think it is important that we have that conversation. I think it's important that we have that conversation, Tip. Once again, rest in peace to Rondell Moore. Rest in peace to Lil Papa. Rest in peace again to Kyle Lacey. We had an episode on him a couple episodes back. It's just sad to see. It's really sad to see, Tip. It's really sad to see. And I hope that nothing comes out, kind of corroborating my conspiracy, because as of right now, it's just that. It's just a conspiracy. I've been seeing little clickbait and little things online, but that's not really why, I brought it up. I brought it up more because it was kind of an initial thought that I had once the report came out. Now, when the rumors were that Lil Papa had committed suicide, I wasn't like, oh, something weird happened. But when the report came out that his manager was there and there was all the minutiae, I was like, okay, we got to break this down, right? But I hope nothing comes out about that. I hope that this is a clean, clear-cut story, and that's that. But I'm glad we talked about it, Tip. I'm glad we talked about it. You have anything, more you want to add about Lil Papa, about Rondell Moore, or either of those situations?
Like I said, mental health matters for all people. But I also want to emphasize, men's mental health matters. Like, what I'm saying? If y'all feeling alone or you feeling down, like, please get that help, man. Like, no one's gonna, like, niggas who think that it's weak to get help are weird ass niggas. Like, they're just weird. If you need help, you need to get help. Like that, you're more of a man getting help than sitting and dwelling on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Get your help, man. Get your help.
Get your help. They said get your help. They said we here at the Crazy Talk Podcast, like I said, is always our mission to keep you entertained, but most importantly, keep you informed. And this is something that we take seriously here. We don't want you niggas out there offing yourselves, okay? We just don't want that. They said we want y'all, if y'all got to get help, like Tim said, if y'all got to get help, get the fucking help y'all need. Because you look like a fucking nut, actually. They said if you really want to know, you look like a nut by being a nut and not going to get the proper help that you can get for it. And even look at these celebrities who are in high places doing big things at big points in their careers, making the most money they've ever made in their lives, and their mental health is still so, in a way, so weak that they aren't able to handle. So don't think that just money is going to solve all your problems. Don't think that getting rich is going to solve your problems. Being famous is going to, it's not going to solve shit. Because if there's something really going on deep down, the only thing that's going to help that is if you go get therapized. Okay. They said, but moving on, we got a lot to talk about tonight. I think the next thing should naturally I want to kind of lift the mood, but it's just so much shit going on in America that it's hard to lift the mood, right? It's hard to lift the mood. It's hard to over talk or skip over, should I say, the bullshit that we are seeing constantly happening in America. Yes, we just got through talking about Lil Papa. We just got through talking about, Rondell Moore and all of that. But this situation is a little more, I would say, more tedious than that. Over the weekend, we saw the BAFTA awards. I'm not sure what the fuck BAFTA stands for. It's like we have a different award ceremony every fucking week nowadays.
Yeah, I swear.
I'm not keeping up with all of them. I'm not, really abreast to all of them. But we did see the moment as it went shockingly viral. We saw the moment where Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo, both stars of the hit movie Sinners, were presenting an award at the BAFTAs. They were presenting an award, and we heard a presumably Caucasian person yell from the crowd. I believe they said "nigger bitch" or something like that, right?
Something along those lines, yeah.
Something along those lines, right? So yeah, I have an article here from Vanity Fair, and it says, at Sunday night's BAFTA Awards, John Davison, the real life inspiration for the celebrated British film I Swear. Okay, so this is a celebrity. Well, not a celebrity. This is somebody who's prominent too. This isn't just a fucking bystander or
he ain't a casual.
Okay. John Davison, remember that name, y'all. John Davison, the real life inspiration for the celebrated British film I Swear, shouted the N-word at Michael B. Jordan and Delroy Lindo while the center stars were presenting the award for best visual effects. The outburst followed an opening monologue from the host Alan Cumming, during which Davison, who has Tourette syndrome, was involuntarily ticking. The audience had been informed of Davidson's condition before the show begun, but it was only after he said the racial slur that Cumming openly addressed the issue. You may have noticed some strong language in the background. Quote, "This can be part of how Tourette syndrome shows up for some people as the film explores the experience." Cumming explained from the stage, "Thanks for your understanding and helping creating a respectful space for everyone." After the incident, Davison appeared to remove himself from the theater, according to Variety. Tip. Before you start on your thoughts, I do want to go and kind of bring up, there was a girl who went on the Shade Room. Well, she wasn't on, but the Shade Room posted her, right? But she went online and she was saying how she has Tourette syndrome, and the specific type of Tourette syndrome that she has is, I guess, similar to his. And she was like, it's just, she was saying a whole bunch of shit. Like, it's irresponsible for us to sit up here and talk about him or threaten him, or even have any type of backlash to what he said, because we don't know how the condition works. She was a black woman, might I add, and she was just going on and on and on. I'm trying to find her direct quote here, but she was going on and on and on about how we shouldn't have taken it as seriously as we took it. What are your thoughts on that tip while I find this?
It's weird. It's weird because on one hand, I'm as a black man, I'm like, I don't want to hear that word, especially on TV, especially towards another black person. Then on the second hand, you're like, the dude had Tourette's, and then he didn't excuse himself because he realized what was going on. So that's what I'm stuck in between, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, obviously he knew he was wrong. Right. I'm assuming he apologized. If I'm honest, I believe he reached out to Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, something along those lines. Yeah,
and he apologized. So I don't think he did it on purpose, Now, is this dialogue he says when he's at home? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's
I don't know.
important I think it's important to discuss his syndrome, right?
Right, yeah.
We in the Black community, we don't know about Tourette's. Let's just be honest. Like we see Tourette's on TV. We see Tourette's on Instagram. Like we ain't never experienced no shit like that for real, right? So for us, it's kind of like when it comes to slurs and racial shit like that, we always kind of live in a place of what the fuck you doing. You know what the fuck you saying. But I think, Tip, we have to step out of that for a quick second.
Yeah,
that's just my opinion.
Yeah, I agree.
That's just my opinion. I think in this particular instance, this was almost a wake-up call to not only the Black community, but to America, right? There is other shit out here. People aren't just all the time racist, like sometimes shit like this happens, and it is possible for shit like this to happen in America, where we are so diverse, and not even just diverse in skin color, but diverse in syndromes and in conditions. We have a wide, there's a wide variety of shit that people are diagnosed with that we don't all care to understand or care to learn,
Right.
And so, do I agree with the girl who was on there saying, she had the same syndrome as him and she didn't think that people should be vilifying or crucifying him for that mistake that he made? I agree with her to a certain extent. I also think that if he is ticking like that in public,
he gotta go. He gotta
imagine.
step.
Imagine
immediately step.
Imagine the ticks that he's having in private. I mean, Jesus. for the and that was another thing she kind of brought up, Tip. Ticks are more likely to happen when there's abundance of silence or in public settings. And she was like, because people were saying how it was weird that he said it while two Black people were presenting an award on stage.
They said there's certain triggers. I believe I saw he had an interview before, like 4 months ago, and he was saying that he says it when he sometimes like certain things trigger him. He said he feels so bad. And it's like I said, this was 4 months prior. So I doubt he's doing it on purpose, because everybody knows if you say the N-word on TV, for the most part, you're gonna get canceled for the most part. Unless you're some upright right wing where you got your little podcast, you can say it all the time. You're gonna get canceled. And I doubt he was trying to deliberately say that, but the dude has a disorder. It's like I said, it's a sticky situation.
I'm glad we could agree on that.
Yeah, I'm not about to like.
Yeah.
I know the people who really mean it. There's people who really let's attack the people who really like sit there and say it. Like let's focus on that. But this dude, he was honestly apologetic. Like I doubt he was, you know what I'm saying? It's like it was part of the script.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
y'all fuck with the way the comments set up now. I like how this look. Y'all see like everything. Smart names is looking nicer. Everything, we got going on over here. We learning. They said, but yeah, I don't think it was. Do I think it was serious? Yes, I do think it was serious. I think it's seriously important to know that shit like this happens. Shit like this happens. There are different people. I think it was. Why place him there though? Right. Oh wait. Why place him there? Well, that was what I was about to say. So he was there because his movie about his condition was being nominated. So it's like he had to be there, so I think it's important for people to learn the different types of shit that is going on in this world. That kind of bridges those two conversations together right there. Now that we have gotten all the serious shit out the way, Tip, it is time. It is time to talk about 50 fucking Cent versus T.I. Harris.
The other tip.
They said pause, because we're not just around a whole bunch of tips around here, but
right.
It's only two
part
tips.
Of the name. Yeah.
Tip Harris, Noah Tip. They said, but yeah, I mean, this has been brutal. This has been brutal. They have actually been giving me my entertainment for the weekend.
Yeah, it escalated. They still doing it. They still going back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah, they are doing it. They are still going back and forth. Tip, we have seen all the responses from Tip. We have seen all the responses from 50. We've seen even responses from King
King
Harris himself.
Harris, yeah. He was funny as shit.
Yeah, I think King
He said
Harris
some real
staying
ass
in
shit.
there. Yeah, I think he
Yeah,
got in the paint. Rightfully
yeah.
so. Rightfully
Well,
so.
too. He definitely Tip's son.
Yeah, I think he's Tip's son, but I think he really has shown people I'm not an internet thug, right? Like,
Mm.
yeah, I get on here and I was a bad kid then and I was a bad kid and all of that. But nah, you ain't about to sit up here and talk about my fucking mom, nigga.
Yeah, you can't.
That's
You
one
can't.
thing you ain't gonna do, right? I think he gained hella respect in my book.
Yeah, mine too, 100%. And I went
Hella
about it.
respect
I
in
mean,
my book.
the only thing I didn't agree with was
Uh-huh.
bringing up 50 Cent's dead mother.
I knew you wouldn't like that. Yep.
But
I knew you wouldn't
you
like that.
bring up you bring up a nigga mom. Look, it's only right he bring up your mom. You know, it's like when niggas be doing the mama jokes back in the day. Cool, remember you was in elementary
Mhm.
school and shit. Niggas, your mama so fat. Like your mama. If your mama not alive, bro, you surely shouldn't bring up niggas' moms. Cause
See,
that's
you
free
know me,
game.
Tip.
I know. I
You,
know.
you
Yeah, I know, bro.
know me. You know if you take it low, to hell we go.
Yeah.
They said to hell we go because I've never been on the receiving end of somebody seriously disrespecting my mom, right? To me
Yes,
or
sir.
in front of
Yeah.
me or anything like that. However, I have been on the receiving end of oh no, or should I say I have been on the giving end of disrespecting some mothers. They said because I just feel like certain shit once you go somewhere, there is only they said there is only a couple of places you can take it after that. And I
Yeah.
think he took it right where it needed to be took.
Yeah,
In
he
my
did.
opinion. They said King he's not the only person that replied to 50 Cent. I believe Zanique, who is Tiny's daughter, she's not T.I.'s biological daughter, but they are so close knit as a family. You know how that goes. But she said something under King's post and was like, go brother or something along those lines, where she was kind of like hyping her brother up to what he was saying about 50. Tip. Do you think 50 is in the wrong here? Do you think
100%.
okay?
100%. I mean, because what they were arguing about verses, right?
Right.
50 would have probably wiped T.I. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. But that's besides the point. They how do I want to say this? They were going back and forth. It was two men go. I know. I think 50 gonna beat him in the verses. I'm not gonna lie. That's what I got 50 over T.I. in the verses.
Without G Unit?
Yeah, without you, yeah. Yeah. I got 50 winning that. Not by
You got 50
landslide, but
beating
it's
you.
50 gonna win.
50 would mop the floor with you. Y'all don't know music.
No. And he not gonna mop the floor. I didn't say that. I would give it.
Without
I'll do
fancy?
11. I'll do
You
11-8.
fancy, huh? You fancy.
But that's
T.I.?
Drake's song though. Like we doing features. What we doing now? Like we
We doing
featuring
that
on
business
shit. Like
versus. What? Blurred lines? T.I.?
man, come on,
Are you
man.
kidding me? Rubber Band Man? Y'all tripping. Y'all tripping.
Nah, I gotta give it to 50 though. Like
Name
got
5
too
50 Cent
hot.
songs. So you said Candy Shop. You probably can't name no other.
Nah, I see. Off the top of my head, I'm a panic and I know. But like, bro, that whole what's that one album he got, bro? That shit was like 03 or some shit. Let me see, nigga. Get Rich
I
or Die
mean,
Trying. That
Get
whole
Rich or
they
Die
didn't
Trying
that
is
whole
funny.
album he could play. Many
But
Men
y'all
in the
gotta think
Club.
T.I. has hits on top of hits on top of hits.
I still give 50 the edge. I give him what's how many songs did he do? Like 17? What did he do?
I think you
19
got the
songs?
20, right?
20. I'll go. It'll probably go 11, 11-9. 11-9. Yeah, 11,950.
The rubber band man.
11,950. But that's besides the point, though. That's besides the point.
But T.I. is literally king of Atlanta. Like,
he is for sure. Like he definitely like he's stamped. But we're not gonna like 50 not like staple in like in
for
New
sure,
York, though.
for
You know
sure,
what I'm saying?
for sure.
So like
I don't know. I just don't think musically 50 is wiping T.I. I don't know. But
like you talking about
like
lyrically, like obviously no. But like well, neither of them can really I ain't
yeah,
that.
yeah.
But they make good music.
Yeah.
They make good music.
I was gonna say they make good music though.
Yeah.
But yeah, so like you were saying, Tip, there has been a lot. There has been a lot that has been said. You think 50 took it too far by posting that picture?
It was y'all were talking about verses. Like, keep it what it was. It's like, you know, you trash talking basketball, cool, right? We trash talking the game. We're not gonna really bring up niggas.
Nigga, T.I. not over 50. The fuck? T.I. You niggas don't know music, bro. I would drop T.I.'s whole fucking discography. This nigga T.I. is definitely better than 50.
Lyrically, I'm not listening to neither of them niggas lyrically. I'm not listening going depth with their lyrics.
Like, lyrically, 50 killing T.I. Y'all, that's how I know y'all don't know T.I. That's it. Just say you don't know T.I.'s music.
Nah, neither of them are lyrically, but T.I. is better lyrically. But in my opinion, 50 got more hits. Because 50 went on like a little like fucking 2000, early 2000s run. Like, and that was that. Like, he didn't do nothing after that. After like 06, he was done. T.I. was probably T.I. longevity wise, that was better longevity. That's what I'm saying. We're talking about a peak though. Like, we don't play the best hits. Like, hit wise, yeah, 50 got more, but T.I. has more good songs, if that makes sense.
50 killed Jay-Z career. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you know, he's so trying to troll now.
Yeah.
You can't even end Jay-Z career, bro.
T.I. is literally the king of Atlanta. They said that must be an old nigga. I don't really know. Yeah, I don't, bro. 50
I know this. I know this is.
Bro, 50 is not better than T.I.
He said,
I'm still saying 50.
Oh, yeah. I got 50
no troll,
for
no
sure.
Troll. Yes, bro. All them T.I.s. Yes. Come on. But anyway, back to what you were saying.
You got sidetracked.
Yeah, I did.
But back to what we were saying though. Like I said, like keep it in the sport. You know what I'm saying? You would say you better than this nigga's song. Keep it music. But when you start bringing personal shit up for no reason, that's when it's like, it get corny now. Because like, why you like the fuck is that for? Like, niggas, it got nothing to do with it. What he got going on with his girl, what his girl look like, got nothing to do with niggas making music. And I know you're gonna probably touch on this too, Cole. With one of the things King Harris said was that he was like, yo, you got all this money, but you don't got no family to spend it with. You know what I'm saying? And that's real. Like, say what you want about T.I., but like at the end of the day, like he has a family. Like he already won in life when it comes to that. So when you start bringing niggas personal shit up, like it's only right niggas gonna bring your shit up, and his shit is pretty dark. You know what I'm saying? So they definitely some things were definitely said that definitely can't be reconciled because it's you. Like I said, you bring up niggas' moms or wives. It's certain shit you just don't touch. Like, you know, if we keeping it, you know, quote unquote gangster or whatever, like, you know, we leave women and children out of it, and he went strictly for women, and it's like got nothing to do with it.
They said
50 is a troll,
yeah, 50 is a troll. That's kind of where I stand on it. Are you not supposed to bring women and the kids into? Yeah, but I think we are in such a different space. Tip, especially with the beef that they're having, it's just like, and we know 50. He's going to make a joke at any expense. You know, whether it be a woman's expense, whether it be a kid, he's going to make the joke regardless. I think it is almost hypocritical, right? of the audience, right? To say us as an audience, you know, the world, for us to say, oh, it's fucked up that 50 posted that picture, or it's fucked up that 50 touched on the fact that her body looks like fucking shit, when we all say her body looks like fucking shit. I'm sorry. This has been a recurring theme, a recurring topic in the Black community for years. We talked about her deflated ass for years. And now we have a problem with it because 50 posted it publicly. That's bullshit. I think it's bullshit.
I'm not disagreeing with you on that aspect. I just don't like that he did it when they were talking about music.
Right.
Now, if they had some actual beef going on, yeah, she probably would get astray. I would probably do some shit like that. But just off the fact that they were just keeping it like music wise, and it started off like with an interview, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I would love to go against 50 in the verses." Almost like it was almost like a respect thing in the same sense though too. Because if you want to go against someone, it's almost like, all right, like I know he got hits. I think it would be a good one type of thing. But to drop it to that, it's like, bro, y'all could just been like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I would beat you. Did it like I said, keep it music, but 50 a troll. The nigga old as shit, and he always trolling. Like, so it comes with mentioning 50's name, unfortunately.
It does. And I think that's the last tidbit that we can kind of put on it, is that is the price of coming after 50 Cent. And I will give you niggas a fair motherfucking warning. That is the price of coming after me too. Me and 50 are one in the motherfucking same, because you ain't about to say my motherfucking name. And I ain't coming back with the whole motherfucking clip ready to blow your head off. And y'all know that. Y'all, like, there is something in me, right, that doesn't allow me to say, oh, okay. Right.
Yeah, no. You can see the gear shifting, they get angry. Yeah, I know.
Just saying my name on the radio, talk about he going to versus me, knowing damn well you ain't got. I get it, 50. I get it. I also get. Did you see the video tip where 50 had like a commercial and it was like a throwback, a drawback to all his good beefs?
Yeah,
bruh. You can't say me and 50 ain't like one in the fucking same.
50 funny. No, I'm not about to act like 50 not funny though. Like, I'm not about to sit here and lie and say I didn't laugh. Like, yeah, nigga laugh, bro. I'm still human. I don't agree with it, but the nigga funny. Like, shit.
No, I agree with you. I don't think that 50 should have ever took it there when it was about the verses, because now we're not getting the verses.
Yeah, no, you just made it personal now. So now it's an on-site when I see you. Now it's two black men beefing again. Like, we don't need that shit,
I agree. They said, but before we go, I do want to play exactly what King Harris said, exactly what King Harris replied to 50 Cent. Okay,
this shit's bad.
Yeah, it was bad, y'all. It was bad. All right, let me pull it up here.
He took it there. Took it there and left it there.
No, took it there and left it there. Absolutely, sure the fuck did. All right, let's go here. Boom. Ready? Tell me.
Mama dead. Your mama dead. Go dig up. Post a picture of your mama. He dead. Pay respect. Stop playing with my mama. Playing like that and going like that. How y'all raised? I'm not raised like that. I don't go. I'm not going about my mama. I'm not going. So tell your dead mama dig up and post a picture that looks better than my mama. Ain't gonna get on my mother. Your mama dead.
They said, I mean, tip.
Can't talk about niggas' moms, bro.
Can't talk about niggas' moms. And I think that's the recurring theme. They said, can't talk about niggas' moms. Get your head on straight. all the things, all the things. They said it is almost imperative, y'all. It is almost imperative that we remember to keep niggas' moms' names out your motherfucking mouth. Okay?
That's the extreme. That's fighting words at that point. That's fighting words.
It's fighting words, and I think that just to kind of talk about King Harris a little bit more. Had King Harris not said anything, I think a lot of people would have looked at him very sideways.
Especially the image he portrays too.
Yeah.
So
I think it was right on point, right on target, to discuss, for them to kind of touch on that, aspect, right? They said one thing before we go to one thing I did want to show, was at the beginning of the episode, we did talk about a lot of what is it called? The new shit that's coming up, down the pipeline for the Crazy Talk podcast. We talked about our live episode that we were filming this week that will be dropping next week, where we talked about our 3-day streamathon featuring Psy, featuring Sos, featuring Olu. We talked about, what else did we talk about? We talked about a lot.
Yeah.
We got
Streamathon.
The streamathon. We talked about the streamathon. One thing that we didn't talk about, we will be filming. We are going to play a game of Traders. If y'all don't watch the Traders, go watch the fucking Traders. It's a fucking amazing show. But we are going to be playing our own game of the Traders, and we're going to film it. We're going to fucking film it. We're going to drop a big YouTube episode. A big YouTube, is that what they call it? A big YouTube episode. A YouTube video. Yeah, I keep a YouTube. It will not be a podcast episode. It will be a actual YouTube video. That we are going to play. They said, but before we get out of here, I do want to announce the next artist on the Black Box Experience. As y'all know, I have started a new series where I'm inviting artists of all genres to come and join me for live performances, creative performances, and creative videos. And the first, artist that we had was DJ Lil Ron. Tip, you were here when we announced that one as well. And tonight we are going to be announcing the next artist. Now, I'm going to announce the artist. I'm going to play the trailer, a little bit of the trailer, so I can kind of get a feel for it. And then we are going to bring on the artist and kind of, do a little quick interview if we can. But yeah, let's get that. So the second artist that will be on the Crazy Talk podcast, Black Box Experience, is none other than 302's own, Wilmington's very own Schemer, Schemer, Schemer. He is also known as Heem.Visuals on Instagram. I mean, Tip, when I say a creative rapper, a creative artist, artists like we like to hear. We don't like to always hear the bang bang shoot 'em up shit. We like to hear we like to get some melodies in there. We like to hear some punchline. We like to, we like to talk. We like to listen to lyricists a lot. And that's really, kind of his vibe. And you can kind of get a glimpse of it here in this trailer. So I'm going to play a little bit of the trailer for us.
Let's do it.
1 second. Forgive me, y'all. Forgive me. Just gotta do all of this dumb shit when I share my screen. That's all. Hey. Okay, there we go. There we go, y'all. There we go. My fault. I just did some dumb shit, but I got it back on track. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yep.
Alrighty, here we go. Yes, Sirski. Yes, Sirski.
Okay.
Yes, Sirski. So as y'all can see, he's a versatile dude. We did three different tracks. And it was great. It was great. I mean, the shoot was amazing. The shoot was amazing. He's creative, so we were really bouncing off each other. Energy in that shoot. It was really good. We got some more of those coming down the pipeline, but now we are going to bring on my boy. Excuse me for any technical difficulties while we try to get my boy Hemer. He goes by a lot of different names though. That's what I'm thinking about him. I call him Heem. I call him Hemer. He goes by Schemer. He goes by Heem. Got visuals. He does videography. He raps. He does a lot. But excuse me while we get Hemer on. Damn. They says
We're working on it.
Yeah, this isn't working. But the good thing is we dropped. Y'all just saw the trailer. So y'all can kind of gist of everything that Schemer is going to bring to the BLACKBOX experience. But for tonight, this is a great episode. We got 100%. A lot. Yeah, we got a lot done. We talked about a lot of important shit. Talked about some good shit. We talked about some fun shit. So it was a very well-rounded episode. Continue tuning in, continue locking in, continue watching this space very closely, because as Tip said earlier, this is only the fucking beginning. Yes, this is episode 15, but we are just getting fucking started.
100%.
We are just getting fucking started. And of course, every Tuesday we are here. It is none other than your boys. Call me Crazy, aka Kobe, Nasir, Wallace, and my boy, none other than Noah fucking Tip. And this is the Crazy Talk podcast. And we are signing out. See